All right. My sports world, Premier League, trade deadline. We call it in North America, transfer deadline over. We did nothing. Man City spending another 200 million euros plus in January. Can't beat us, though. Just the one hockey game on tonight. I think it's only on Amazon Prime, too. Yeah, Chelsea beat West Ham 2-1. Got that correct score. Luke's joining me. We're going to talk about Arsenal's season so far and going forward down the stretch here. And the fact that we got no signings in, no loans, nothing. What up, Luke? How you doing?
Hey, Moss.
Freaking cold here. Sunny, minus 24, minus 32 with wind chill.
Lovely stuff.
And Trump causing panic everywhere.
Yeah.
And we've got nothing done. Like I said, City spent over 200 million. Villa, everyone's doing stuff. And you think it's like a factor of like, you know, Edu's gone. I mean, Arteta's busy. You know, he doesn't have time to be fucking calling up other tech directors and teams and agents and the fact that we only got this rookie Eto'o in place to do any of this.
We've had 9 games in January.
The Kroenke implants, the CEO, lawyer, they're no football guys. Who's going to help Eto'o do any of this?
Yeah, look, we've had 9 games in January, and I don't understand what we're doing here. I mean, yeah, let's face it, right? We've been here before, haven't we, Gooners? This is nothing new to us to go through a January window where we're in a title race, we're in the cups, we feel like we've got a good team, we just need one or two more. And yet again, we've failed to bring anyone in. And we actually, we need people in.
You know, and like we talk in the other sports over here, Luke, like trades and things that can disrupt a team and stuff. But I've said all along, like, just adding a body to our squad, it'll actually lift our club. Everybody, okay, like, we're going for it. Let's do this. We're going for
it. It's just, I know that people will say that you don't want to bring the wrong guy in January and
or panic buys, you know. But yeah, was it 3 Januaries ago now, Luke, where the one where we got nipped at the end by Tottenham? I was begging us, like, get a loan, like Luke de Jong. The guy's practically begging us to come get him. He was unhappy at Barca, I think. And I was like, we need one striker to get us over the line. And it proved me correct because we got beat barely by Tottenham at the end because no goals.
Well, that's all we needed. We spent that whole window trying to get rid of Aubameyang for nothing, so he could go and score 12 goals for Barcelona.
Like our focus so much is about getting rid of players at times, and not
that's
what we was to help our club win in the end.
You know, and we've paid the price for these. You know, all these write-offs that we've made. We paid the price for it, and then some of these. I think we've got to question the squad building that we've been. I remember people telling me, "Oh, the unique talent."
I remember how much Bobby's telling us everything's planned out, everything's calculated, database.
Totally not. Because we weren't.
And I get it. I get it, Luke. Summer, we needed to get rid of guys, but we're leaving everything to the last minute, and then you can't buy anything, and we have to panic, go get shitty Sterling. Like, you're right. Like, plan ahead, guys, a little bit. The
summer transfer window was an absolute disaster.
Took forever to do Marino up and biding our time.
We spent all that time trying to get Marino. Why was that so difficult to do, that deal?
Yeah, other people, like, look at Man City did something on one day today. Nico Gonzalez.
Yeah.
They get done in one day. Like, he wasn't even on the radar before.
And you know, right, so when this Jason Eto'o took over from Edu, and I said to you in a private message, I'm not I don't have a problem with this guy. When he
and
hasn't done
internal
anything
guys
yet,
that deserve it. They know us. Yeah, I agree.
because where the Cronkies are from, it's not. It's very that's how normally things happen. Assistant. If you liken him to an assistant general manager, assistant general
Yeah,
managers,
exactly. That's what he
if
was basically. Yeah.
become general managers at some point. No, yeah, or they.
Nashville, Ottawa.
So I didn't have a problem with him taking over, given that this is a role that's hard to find. Because guys, good good sporting directors, general managers, whatever you want to call them, don't become available. Because why would they become available? So I didn't have a problem with this guy. Okay, let's see how he gets on, and I'm not going to blame him for this January.
Yeah,
because I don't know what happened.
yeah. It's just overall club planning management. I agree. It's not.
I know there's going to be a lot of. I can imagine. I'm not on Twitter anymore, but I can imagine he's getting a lot of abuse on there.
Yeah, probably. You're probably not far off. I don't go to Twitter crazy world. Elon Musk.
We don't know what's gone on, and let's be honest here. Let's be real. Mikel Arteta is very picky with who he wants in the
100%.
With us anyway.
And I agree. But that's for summer, and that's therein lies the problem. Luke, is I don't even think they were looking at getting any forward, even when Saka went out.
No, they weren't.
It wasn't until Jesus. It wasn't until Jesus. Now, if Kai Havertz screws his knee up or something, we're really screwed.
Yeah, we are. And if you look, many people, I don't know how many Arsenal fans actually follow press conferences. I do. I always have done for Mikel Arteta, whoever the Arsenal manager is. As soon as as long as they've been available on the website, I did this with Wenger. I've read every single transcript.
I never would have had any of that before, but I would read stuff. But nowadays, I can hear and listen to all the ones like you guys do too.
I read the transcript because I want to see what he's actually said, not what's been reported by, whoever, the Athletic or the Daily Mail or whatever. I like to read what he's actually said, what he's actually been asked. And the tone of the press conferences until Jesus got injured was very much
that nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it was on Arteta's and them radar to do anything until Jesus got hurt. And then he's like, and then he's getting all upset about it. He's like, of course I want a striker.
Yeah.
Well, it took Jesus getting hurt for you to realize that?
Yeah. Well, that was clearly what was happening. And they've clearly decided, there's the typical sort of Arsenal.
We got such a good team these last 3 years. That Jose, Luke, that's what I'm. I think he's a great coach, and look what he did yesterday. That's on him.
He's a good coach, yeah. He's a good coach. I question.
But this planning management, obviously, him and Edu, something happened, or just Edu saw the writing on the wall, and that he wasn't important enough anymore. And honestly, it's a huge opportunity for him. But as a club, we're so close. Like, do the things to put us over the top, please.
We've been here so many times before.
I mean, I do that with Bruins, Dolphins, all my teams. Like, sometimes you're close, but do that little extra, going for it.
And this is the thing. So right now,
Knees in the house. We got Chelsea win today. Got the correct score.
Evening, everyone, and
Jose.
I can't. I'm on my phone, so I can't really see the messages unless Moss brings them up. So
I'm not ignoring keep bringing them up. Sorry, Luke.
I think for me, sometimes I lose my head so much, and I maybe take it out on the wrong people. But that's just because they're the people at the club right now.
Yeah.
There's
something we don't know. There's some stuff from last summer we don't know about, or something that.
Yeah, we don't know, and we never get. Do you know what?
We're never going to get it. I mean, we don't even give up any rumors of. I mean, we had to find out from Villa that we put in a bid. We don't give out any info anymore, which is great because Wenger, everyone knew everything about us all the time and would snap up our players, Chelsea.
Because one of the things that annoys me, with English football is there is no real kind of accountability. Like we hear from the manager and the players quite often. But you never hear, and I know in American sports and Canadian sports, you only hear from the general manager once a year at the end of the season, right? And you can argue they don't.
Well, they go around on our deadline day thing too, asking them lots of shit.
You can argue, they talk
fact.
shit. You might say, I don't think you. You can glean information from that. Whether they say what they mean, and that's another topic. But at least we hear from these guys. We don't hear nothing. In fairness to Edu, he would occasionally come out into the press. Like normally on the summer tour, he would talk to the media, right?
Yeah.
This Jason Ato, when are we going to have a press conference with this guy?
Yeah, when do we find out about him or any of our plans or anything?
Well,
Chelsea, like Blue Clouds, they're always speaking about what their club is stating and putting out there and what's going on. We get nothing.
And a lot of people, including me, we're just fed up of being. We might as well rename ourselves Next Year Football Club, Next Year FC. That's
Next season FC, people are calling us Next Season FC.
We might as well, because that's what we've been for years and years. All
we're
those
so
years under
close
Wenger.
for 3 years now.
I don't understand what.
And we're finally beating City and owning their shit, and we're not going that extra mile. Put the pressure on Liverpool, make them feel us, make them fear us. I mean, Liverpool's not doing anything either, but they don't have big injury crisis. They got lots of good backups.
What are we going to do? Like you said, if Kai Havertz goes down injured, who are we playing up front?
We're seriously screwed. We're going
to play what? So Trossard,
Sterling, false nine,
and Sterling and Nwaneri are going to play every single minute.
Fuck, I'd play Nwaneri striker. He's our best fucking finisher we got.
But you can't expect those three guys four guys to play every single minute of every game. What are we doing here? Are we? That's why I say these things. Are we a serious football club or not? We never get the true story. We never get, because Arteta doesn't tell the truth.
I hope we hear something here, because this is a joke a bit.
What we will hear, guaranteed, in the next couple
even
of
Tottenham
days,
gets in on Matthias Tell. That's our poll vote, people, is, I was saying, who should have we pushed the boat out for and really gone for seriously? I think I had Tell on there, one of the PSG guys, even who did Asensio go to? Villa, I think. On a loan, they have all these forwards, Barcola, Kang in, all these guys at PSG. Surely and they brought in guy, and they have Ramos too. It's like we didn't even try or what. Leipzig's got 4 strikers. We don't have to just go for Sesko. We don't need a permanent signing. That's the biggest thing, Luke. What I've been saying. Yeah. This is a short-term fix. We got injuries. We're in a battle. We're in Champions League. We're in everything. We might get out of the League Cup. We're out of the FA Cup, but it's important us to win something this year. And we're not even having a sniff at getting a lone forward in. Come on. And this happened 3 years ago too, and we failed out of the top 4. Remember?
Yeah, we did. We lost. Yeah, because Lacazette was playing. Remember, it's the same thing. Lacazette was playing every single minute, and
he was dead. You could see he was dead half the time.
He was, and because Arteta's system is hard work.
It demands a lot. Kai doesn't get enough credit for all the running he does.
He does. Yeah, that's the one thing. That guy. He does. He works his socks off.
He's a donkey horse. He's beaten like a mule running around that park.
Donkey. That's why it's called Donkey. It's a loving term.
He loves donkeys, except Maguire. He doesn't like Maguire.
Yes, and let's face it, he's not a striker. He plays the position.
He's not a finisher striker, but for our system, he works. But God, give me and you want a guy that rotates in, or a guy that comes in late for him, or plays with them late, and is a different kind of striker.
And we're going to go the rest of the season.
That's all we asked for is do so. Even if we kept Mika B, remember last year January, I was bring Mika Bireth back on loan. And play the guy, get him some subs, and we might get more money for him too, if anything. But no, we didn't do either. And we would have
No,
had him this year if no one bought him. We would have had him this year as a nice striker. And look he's banging in goals, this guy.
I had people telling me
That was one thing Bob User, right? He liked Mika Bireth too, like me.
I got people were telling me that we couldn't afford to turn $4 million down for Mika Bireth. It was too good of a deal.
Jesus Christ. We got all kinds of money. It's not that we're profit shareability or no money. We got all kinds of money. It's proven.
Yeah, for $4 million, why not keep him? Especially if you're going to go.
And you'd get more money for him if we started playing them some, or loaned them out where we wanted to loan them out to these other better clubs, Sturm Graz, and what is he now? He's Monaco. No,
Monaco brought him for what did they buy him? I think it was like 12, 14.
We get a little bit more out of that, but big deal.
Yeah, so it's
it would have been much more worth the money if we had him right now. It'd be really nice for us to have that body right now.
And there was, who was out there that surely we could have got someone like. Look at was there someone in the championship we could have maybe signed for? 10,
it makes me mad when I start thinking about it and diving in, Luke, of all the guys that are available. There was like that. Remember, he used to play. Was it Leicester and a couple teams in the Prem? Ian Nacho. He came back to a championship team from La Liga or something just today.
Oh, did he?
Or yesterday. Ian Nacho. I was like, even that would have been perfect for us at this moment as Premier League experience. I mean, it's not a long-term signing, I'm saying. I'm not a huge fan, but that's a good striker body that we could have used. Even that.
There's a guy, right? He's leaving.
We're so picky. We're so snobbery as a club and a fan base. This guy's not good enough. This guy's not good enough. Well, fuck, we needed just someone right now.
There's a guy joining Atalanta United from Middlesbrough, Emmanuel Laugh.
Yeah, you liked him too. Yeah.
Right, okay, so he's gone for about 20 mil.
We could have did a loan to buy obligation with that,
There's that Josh Meyer at West Brom that's been scoring. These aren't. I don't know how good these players.
And that's what I mean, you're exactly right, Luke. That's what I'm saying. It didn't need to be a long-term plan thing, or the exact right fit for our system. It just needed, hey, we need a body for down the stretch here.
They're the sort of signings that
maybe Sack is ready in March sometime. We don't know.
They're the sort of signings you can sign, and if they don't work out, you can probably still get most of your money back.
Yeah.
For 15, 20 million.
I don't get mad off him, but I'm a little upset now because this could have really costed us here doing nothing.
Yeah, it's.
Look how good we can play.
Look at the guys as well.
5-1. Like, come on. We got to get
Santiago
Jimenez in the Champions League. Even if the guy was Champions League tied a striker for Luke,
they're not.
It wouldn't matter. It would have gave us reprieve. It would have gave us good rotation. It don't matter.
We could. They're not Champions League tied.
Nobody is.
No, Nobody. It's only in.
Not if they're on a team that's it.
It's only in the English Cup, domestic cups. They're cup tied now.
Oh, like if you got a guy that's already played in Champions League in Europa now, he's not.
Yep, Feyenoord.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
Feyenoord have sold Santiago Jimenez to AC Milan for about 30 million.
Even more reason why we can't go get. Oh my god!
And he could have played for us.
Jesus, and DX in the chat, Jose, we love Santiago Jimenez. There's a good chance we could be.
There's a good chance Santiago Jimenez rolls up at the Emirates with AC Milan.
Fuck, man. Well, BX in the chat and people in the chat, let us know players we could have got. But I know me and BX, that's Santi Jimenez.
30 million.
So it was a loan just for the end of the season or obligations for him.
No, Jimenez, 30 million. Sal.
Oh, okay, they sold.
And what about? Could we have not?
I was watching Sky Sports things popping up, but I turned it to the hockey.
Could we have not tested the Lille's result with Jonathan David?
Yeah, they got. I said he didn't even want to go in the summer to Chelsea or Tottenham or anything because he was saying he wanted Champions League for Lille. He's made them billion. I swear, like $1 billion. David's made them. Paid for
I'm not
that.
sure about billion, but
He's a little too much. Like twice, he's won the league for them with his goals. He's gotten them in the Champions League with all his goals twice. It's unbelievable the money he's made them. So yeah, they're happy to let him go on a free transfer. They weren't going to budge.
I mean, from his point of view, he's better off going as a free agent because he'll get a big signing on.
He'll get a huge salary. Yeah,
and he'll get.
Hopefully, we do it. I think he's a perfect fit for our system. The running he puts in, the press, he would be great with the Odegaard and all of them pressing. And I've been saying in the last while, what's wrong with going 4-4-2 nowadays? Canada does it, and people can't handle it. Be different. Don't go like everyone else. We don't need to be like everyone else. Don't be so predictable.
Yeah,
looking over some of these. The thing is,
we won't sign David for free in the summer. We'll spend all summer chasing Sesko again.
Yeah.
And you'll say, "Oh, I don't know, I'm not sure."
Or Isak for 80-90 million at Newcastle. 150 mil.
This is the thing, like with this Sesko, like people were talking about Sesko, like let's talk about Sesko for the summer, right? He could have signed for us last summer, but he didn't have the bottle to join us.
I like it, but yeah, obviously we were saying Kai's our starter to him.
Doesn't matter.
I don't think he's like that, but come on, you're right. Like, as a young striker, confidence, come show your balls and win it for us.
Did Ian Wright in 1991 care about that? Alan Smith and Kevin Campbell had helped us win the league.
Yeah.
Alan Smith was an Arsenal legend already. He helped us win 2 league titles and a League Cup. Kevin Campbell
Ian Wright was a gooner
come through the system.
Growing up too.
Helped us win the 91 league title with a run of goals towards the end of that season, right? Was Ian Wright bothered about them two?
No. Oh, look, Wolves even spent 12 million on a center back from Red Star. Everyone's getting stuff done they needed to do. Us, no. Emmanuel Dennis, a striker, center forward for us, loaned out to Blackburn. Even that I would have taken. He would have run all over for us. It looked actually good for once.
There's guys out there, like
there's so much. It's unbelievable. And like I said, it doesn't need to be, a super important, super awesome fit for the long term. It just needs to be for this year, if anything. Yeah, and Boniface, Jose brings up, he didn't get the Saudi deal he wanted. Man, just go pay the money. We could have enough money for him. I know it.
Well, if we had reportedly 40,
I think it's million, a lot of being way too picky, Luke. I think you're right.
We are. Yeah, and that comes down to Arteta.
That's a lot on him. Yeah. And big time. Because the Cronkies are entrusting you, Arteta, for the football brains of this club.
Yeah.
So you got to lay out plans, and you got to say to Ato what you need him to get done and who to talk to, and you'll come in at the end and help get it done. But yeah, you got to. That's on Arteta. You're right.
He's the only football guy at the club now.
Yeah.
It's not this Jason Ato. I don't know anything about this guy. What
he's done Jose even fucking bring our man back, Alexis Sanchez, anything.
Yeah.
We've been saying that for a few years. He's getting pretty old, but he's in great shape still.
I do think though the Cronkies need to have a serious think about what they want for this management setup, because if they go with, do they want Mikel Arteta making all the football?
We need a good football guy, global knowledge as our sporting technical director. It has to be.
And you need to have, what is the role? Because is it going to be the sort of North American system where the general manager basically builds the team and the coaches, or are we going to have it the traditional English method?
You got to work together. Even in North America, Luke, they all work. They work together. They'll come to the coach. Hey, what are your thoughts? We're thinking about doing this.
Yeah, but they
all get on board. But you're right. All the work's getting done by the GM and the assistant GM.
Yeah, the general manager will overrule the head coach. He's higher up in the chain.
You don't want to do it, but yeah, you're right.
And there are, Bill Belichick, there was no point having a general manager with him because if you drafted him a wide receiver,
that's why Luke. That's a
you
good
wouldn't
point.
play.
That's why a lot of NFL teams walked away from him because they knew.
Yeah.
Even if he was just the coach, your GM's gonna get owned.
In that draft room, he'd be sitting, and the general manager would go, "I'm going to pick so and so from Ohio
They'd be
State."
clashing heads immediately. He'd want
Belichick
on
would
his
just be
way.
grunting, and you know that he won't use that player. Yeah, so it's
and he'll be stubborn to prove a point, just like Arteta would.
Yeah, Arteta's the same because I think Fabio Vieira and Marquinhos were Edu signings.
Yeah.
I don't think Arteta wanted those because he never played them. He played them sort of initially.
And you could see something happen with ESR about that first injury recovery. And he even mentioned it one time, Arteta, and it's like, man, he was mad that ESR couldn't get back in shape. And it's like, okay, now you got frozen out. And it's to the detriment of our club, to be honest.
Well, he does do that. He freezes people out, and we lose value on them.
Yeah, Ramsdale. You don't have to go say all this shit. You don't have to bring up shit about Ramsdale when we got to sell him.
Yeah. So it's this guy is. So now, I guarantee you, in the next couple of days, you'll be seeing reports.
Some excuses.
But in the
we tried. Look at all the things we tried. Oh, what a 45 million offer for fucking Watkins? Give me a break. Like, he's a 90 million striker, and he's on his last year and he's 29. So throw 60 million, throw 65 million at it. That's in our poll vote. People, get your votes in. I'll check it here, see what we got going. Go ahead, Luke. Sorry.
Yes, you're going to see. So the club is going to be briefing all the journalists that they normally brief to.
83% people are saying Watkins that we should have pushed the boat out for. One vote for Barcola or a PSG forward. I don't know how many times over the years we were linked to Asensio, but he goes to Villa. Ferguson Brighton goes to West Ham. Matthias Tell, someone voted for. No one's on Ferguson. He went to West Ham, apparently.
We could have gone it. Well,
Steve in the future, Aussie Gooder. Steve's in the future. Yeah. He knew it. He said we're not doing anything.
Well, he said that because remember, Aussie Steve is from the future. He said that in the text message. He knew.
In our WhatsApp group. The link's in the WhatsApp group too, Steve. You want? Go on. I didn't know what time. It's like what, tomorrow late morning or afternoon over there?
It'd be the morning now. He might be at work. Yeah.
Late morning. Busy and out and about. But push the okay, so Arteta, if you're telling the owners we're desperate and need a striker, then you got to get focused and say, okay, let's push the boat out for this guy or a big loan with a fee and an obligation, whatever. You just need to help the team get over the hump here.
I thought the reason, like with Tell, he's come out now, Moss. I don't know if you know.
Aussie Steve is in the house. He is out and about walking around in the sunshine while I'm at minus fucking 30.
I had to do it to you. Oh, this is fucking pathetic, guys. Let me just do that. That might help.
Yeah, I don't get too mad very often at our club. It's terrible to not get focused and even get a loan in from some plug forward. It didn't matter. Just get a body in.
It was a joke. It's a joke, boys. It's a joke. It's a joke because fucking, to be perfectly honest,
one thing done.
We got smaller clubs doing bigger moves.
Yeah, there's all kinds of moves happening.
Swear down. And the problem you have
championship teams are doing all kinds of signings from Europe and everything. It's like, what are we doing?
Villa.
We have all the money. We have so much money. Like, come on, it's not that.
Villa made moves.
And all I said is just get a loan. A guy that is just a temporary, no long-term planning. Doesn't have to be perfect fit for our system. All this bullshit. Just get a guy in to help us down the stretch here. I don't know if you heard it, but if Kai Havertz fucks his knee up, we're seriously screwed.
No, that's good. It's good because fucking we had two windows, right? One in summer, one in winter, and we screwed them both up.
Yeah.
And we screwed about. What was the go here? Did we not want to spend money? Is that what it was? Because that's what it sounds like to me, man.
Yeah, we have lots of room to spend, but it's like, oh, we got big plans in the summer. Well, okay, but man, we've been close for 3 years. Help the boys out. Help them get over the hump here. You know,
Exactly.
It'll inspire the fans. Just one lone forward like fucking Asensio, fucking Barcola, fucking Andre Silva, some shit. Like even it was mentioned, Jose said that Boniface got his deal kiboshed to Saudi. Well, jump in there. That's not super expensive.
I swear this club, right? I swear. Like we had 2 windows where we spent fuck all, made plenty in sales and spent fuck all. Absolutely fuck all.
Yeah,
and then we
have room because we had to get all these sales done, and we fucking bided our time right till the end of the summer. Finally got these sales done. Well, we got lots of room for January, I said, if we need something. And Arteta said we need a striker, and we do nothing.
It's a fucking joke, man. We tried. Trying doesn't, participation award FC in the transfer window.
Next season FC, they're calling it.
A fucking participation award. I swear, bro. Whenever there's a transfer window, we just participate. Now, don't get me wrong. I know we've done well in the previous seasons, but this is a season that's not over yet.
We're negotiating. We're looking at opportunities. All these fucking things.
Bro, the loans, we wanted a loan. We went and got Raheem Sterling last minute FC. So we could do Raheem Sterling, the most useless fucking winger we could possibly get. But when it came to this window,
all the money. Well, yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Deadwood. Fucking Deadwood, bro.
Yeah, he's done. He's done.
He's finished, bro. He needs to go to France.
Yeah.
He needs to go to France. He's done. Finished. And to be honest, man, our season now, it really hangs in the balance. But to be perfectly honest, we don't have a season, man. We're not going to do shit in the Champions League. Let's be fucking perfectly honest. We'll make it interesting, but that's about it.
We need to buy some Magic Sun, some Magic medication, and suddenly Zach is healthy.
Yeah, cool story on that. When he comes back after that injury, he ain't going to have that speed straight off the bat.
It's going to take a while after that injury to get up to speed.
Definitely. And to be honest, it's good to see the young fellas come in when you're in Skelly, but that's neither here or there, right? I've got fucking Villa trying to make moves on Marco Asensio.
Yeah, Asensio, Rashford, Mal. Remember they brought in Malin? All kinds of stuff they brought in.
They've now got Aston Villa. They've still got Ollie Watkins. They've got Rashford. They've got Asensio. They've got that Malin, Moss,
Bailey,
and Bailey.
Daniel Malin. He was a gooner. We could have got him. He would have wanted to come back.
They've got better options than what we've got. I mean, most of the football clubs in
Forest have better options than we got.
Yeah, Forest. Chris Wood, 17 Premier League goals.
Guys they signed.
He's right. Isn't Chris Wood right behind Salah now? Not too far off.
Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah.
Isaac Wood.
So here we are. Windows come and gone. Oh, we were looking at the right players, the right profile, the right price. This is like going to the red light district and just fucking, I don't know, trying to get a deal.
It's not hard. You pay your money and it's done in the red light.
You know what I'm saying? It's business. You're either seriously trying to get your fucking money's worth, right, and you get nothing but your hands in the end, or you get in there, get the business done, and you're done. The situation we have now, guys, and I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, it's an absolute travesty. Where we sit now, right, is one injury away.
There was my next question. And you're kind of getting onto it. What are we going to do down the stretch? Can we get the Prem? I don't think we can get the Prem.
No, man. How?
Man,
no, man. How?
We got a thin squad. We can't rotate.
Nah, bro. Come on now. Don't give me this. We're going to get the Prem, bro. Forget about it. We're 9 points. We're 9 points behind. We're 9 points behind Liverpool. We would need
Liverpool to capitulate, basically. Lose to Everton Wednesday and more.
And what's stopping us? Where's our ace card? We don't have an ace card off the bench. We might play today. We could be 50-50 tomorrow. Now, I'm not saying that we could have gone into this window and just bought up 50-odd players. We didn't need to do that. But we've needed an 8 and we've needed an 11 for fucking 2 years. Yeah? And these guys still can't get it through their heads. Mikel Moreno is not an 8. He's not a 6. Go get fucked. Gabriel Martinelli is done. We should have taken the money last season, cuz. We need an 11 and we need an 8. So why don't you go out, right? Spend money now, get an 11 that you can use next season. It's simple. Just do what you're going to do in summer. Do it now. But we're going to play a little bit above the odds.
You know how many agents and players would love for a player to come to Arsenal, even on a loan to buy?
Bro, it's not even a loan to buy. If you've got
tons would want to come to us. Tons.
Bro, this Nico Williams shit. Nico doesn't want Arsenal. Be done with it, Mikel. He doesn't want you motherfucker. It's done. Finished. He doesn't want nothing to do with you. Move on. Problem with Mikel, I've got one target. This is what I want. Go fuck yourself. Is what you're going to get, bro. Honestly, man, he needs to pull his head out of his ass.
Lots of pies. You got to be all in a boat.
Kvaratskhelia.
Me and Luke were talking about that. We need a real global sporting technical director. We can't have rookie FC here.
Now, what do we have?
Kvaratskhelia went for 60 mil to PSG.
How much?
Around about 60 mil.
Kvaratskhelia. I love that guy. Come on. And then, so they get him. They got Barcola, Gonzalo Ramos, Asensio, Kang In. You got all these guys. We could have got one on a loan. It wouldn't have been hard.
God, they got Marco Asensio from Paris Saint-Germain, right? And we're sitting here fucking, we're trying to get the right deal. Because it could cost us 20 or 30 million on top of what the player's worth in the summer to get him in now. Cool story. No worries. So let's write off the season now. Stop putting out merch. Because you've written, obviously the club.
Mel got it for me.
Well, I'll be honest with you. No, good. That's all good, bro. I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, to be honest, if it's going to be like that, then we might as well fucking bomb out of everything now. Yeah? Let's not, I'll get behind the club. I don't think so. The club didn't get behind the fucking team. Go fuck yourself. Yeah. They spent fuck all this window, these last 2 windows. They sold ESR and they got, we got Moreno.
Yeah, we sold
There's
as
more
much
Deadwood.
as we bought in the summer. We sold as much as we bought in the summer.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't want to hear fucking, we didn't even get a fucking backup goalkeeper. We went for a loan.
Neto, who was cup tied.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like, we don't want to get players who are cup tied. Dumb fuck your goalkeeper's cup tied. The fuck out of here, bro.
Can't even use them. It's ridiculous.
The bullshit chasing for Cunha, the bullshit chasing last minute FC for fucking Ollie Watkins. All that shit. All bollocks.
Smoke and mirrors.
And to be honest, Ollie Watkins, I was like, here we go, Ollie Watkins. I go, he's fucking 29 years old. Well, now it's all changed, guys. We need midfielders who are 27. We need strikers who are 29. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for fucking decent players, no. And when we're looking for decent players, we don't want to pay decent money. It's off.
We didn't even try for Matthias Tal, it sounds like. And it sounds like he was actually waiting for us against a player saying no to other teams and waiting for us, and we don't do anything.
Yeah, well,
and now he's on to Spurs. He goes to Tottenham now. For fuck's sake.
He's on to Spurs. He's on to Spurs. And to be perfectly honest,
they've got an option to buy him in the summer. They want.
I guess we went out on that. Why? He's a brilliant young striker.
Boys,
it's right forward, but yeah, I think eventually he's going to be a striker.
It's doom and gloom. To be honest, look, let's be honest. We're not going to catch Liverpool like this. And if we do, it's going to be a fluke. And you know what? I'll take it. Champions League, cool story. Forget about the cups. This is another season where we get nothing. We're going to get nothing. And if we're going to push, yeah, 5 years, you got to be held accountable. What are your KPIs, bro? What are your KPIs? Because I'd love to know what the KPIs were this season. Is it commercial or marketing? You ain't done fuck all in commercial and marketing. Which player there is marketable apart from Bukayo Saka? Which player? Who are you going to sell to? Bukayo Saka.
The 1 year MLS are getting more press than anyone.
But still not. Look, Aston Villa get Asensio. Guess what? They sell kits. Done. Yeah. So all I got to say is they're not commercial. So the marketing commercial side's the weakest piss. So there goes that KPI. Success out the window. So you can't push more from your sponsors when it comes to fucking, we're a successful club. Cool story.
Another thing I said to Luke earlier is like, it lifts the players too. If you bring in a signing or a loanee or whatever, they're like, hey, we're serious. We're getting another body and down the stretch here. You know, it lifts the players up too.
Yeah. It's exactly. It shows commitment. Yeah. It shows a bit of commitment. Look, sometimes it might even make some players wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, this guy might take my spot.
Exactly. Right. It's a dollars and cents world. What we have now is we've got, oh, look, Wanyeri showed up. That's great. Skelly showed up. That's great. Do we really need to make a signing? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? No, wouldn't be that, would it?
One real striker. We don't even have one. And the one real striker we had, Mika Bireth, we gave away for little coins, and he's banging in goals for Monaco now.
Dude, you know what we are? We're a fucking joke sometimes. We are. We're supposed to be in this Premier League to win it. And to be honest, I'm starting to feel as if we're just here to participate. We're missing an 8 and an 11. An 8 and 11. Don't worry about the 9. All right, we don't get a 9. You're missing an 8 and 11. It's obvious. Gabriel Martinelli's burnt. He's fucked. He's good for the bench. And it is what it is. But don't tell me now.
Well, Tross ain't signing. Trossard, you love. He's not signing on. So, like,
no, well,
what are we doing here?
Trossard's not going to sign on. He's not getting the minutes, even though he deserves them in many occasions.
And he knows he can get huge money Saudi.
He's looking at it thinking Gabriel Martinelli does not deserve to start over me.
Yeah,
he doesn't. He's not playing better, but he's still starting over me.
I was saying this last year. Why don't we switch our forwards during match? Martinelli looks good on the right, actually.
I want Martinelli back. I want Martinelli on the bench.
Wanyeri, but I would want Wanyeri's the only guy on our team that can fucking really shoot the ball, and he's 17. It's unbelievable.
Throw Wanyeri on the left and put Martinelli on the bench. Start Trossard from here on in.
Yeah.
Don't give me the great assist for fucking.
If guys hurt or tired or sick or anything, your Trossard might have to be false 9. You know, fuck Sterling. He's shit.
Yeah, bro. It's just. Anyway, we're done. Look, honestly, this season is pretty much in the arm.
And we just hammer Man City, who we've been trying to get ahead of for years now. We hammer them, and look what we're talking about, negative stuff. It's unbelievable because we're not planning out our season right.
We're the only football club that could do it. We're the only football club that can thrash Man City, and then the next day they do this to us. We're the only. We're essentially now a close.
I didn't even ask for much. We don't need a superstar. Team. You know,
I do think it's, I've never liked these Londoners, and I know Mossy stuck up from at times, and they do a good job over in America and that, but they've done fuck all for us. And since they've been in charge, and I know there's people out there that want to whitewash everything from 2011 to 2018 because apparently,
they were only minor shareholders. They were gradually.
No, they were the majority shareholders. So Stan Kroenke has been in charge of Arsenal since 2011.
Usmanov had more for a while.
They were minority shareholders from 2007. These guys have been involved long enough, and they've overseen the longest period.
Well, to them, it's honest. Luke, it's just business. It's diversifying their sporting assets. That's all we are to them. Is a huge business opportunity.
Yeah. Well, I want us to have an owner that actually gives a shit. An owner that actually knows where the stadium is. Because Stan Kroenke still needs a sat nav to get to the Emirates.
Yeah, and when Edu's gone, then we gotta sit down and have a plan. You know. Edu saw the writing on the wall that Arteta had Kroenke's ear, and he knew it was out for him.
Look at us now, right? 800 million in a hole, right? 800 million in a hole. That's 800 million, and I'll be straight. 800 million that could have been
not one strike.
So what I'm trying to say is 800 million in a hole, right? 800 million in a hole. It's 800 million that could have lined both Stan and Josh pocket, right? Now I understand they've spent. Yeah. If they didn't spend this year,
they're not taking money out of the club like certain Glazers.
They're not. Exactly, they're not. So if they're not spending this season in order to fuck Arteta off next season,
maybe
then hindsight, and if that's hindsight could be a wonderful thing. If that ends up happening, I was like, all right, they didn't want to burn money. They didn't want to burn money on new players. We don't know what kind
of promises and handshakes were made last summer. Yeah. We don't know.
If that's what it is, they go, look, you know what? We've had enough of this. You bought in, and you've lost us 250 million in total transfers, right? In players that you got that are dead wood. We're not backing him. He needs to fucking show us what he can do with this squad.
Oba, look how much money we lost on that. Like, that's crazy.
Dude, Ramsdale, how much money you lost? Yeah, continue how much money you lost.
Him in the media, trash the guy in the media, so then we can't even sell the guy.
Marino, Tavares, Fabio Vieira.
Yeah, he's actually bombing in Italy. We could have got way more money out of that. But you trash these guys, it's not smart.
So I look at it and think it's two ways you can go about it. Either we're going to have the shits now, and at the end of the season, they're going to say, unfortunately, you didn't make the KPIs, and now it's time for us to think about your tenure because we have backed you. 800 million for one manager, that's fair enough. But if they go through the next season and they start him back up again and just fucking rewind and play again, that's when you start to wonder, what the fuck were you guys doing this season? How could you throw it under the bus?
Well, yeah, and for 3 years we've been right there. We've been right there, and we're not getting over the hump.
There needs to be
someone needs to pay. Yeah, exactly. For 800 million with no return, 800 million with no return. We haven't grown commercially. We haven't, right? Don't get me wrong. Yeah, we always grow as a club, so I'm not expecting.
No, we made some good money, but it's funny. The women's team's actually making us some good money too.
That's neither here or there though. This is the men's football team. So where we are,
but the whole club is making money. The whole club's making money.
No. But when you spend 800 million, you got to look at it from a commercial aspect. How much money are we bringing back commercial with the 800 million spent in the men's squad? Fuck all. We
were losing money for a few years there, but we made money now but it's mostly
we've always
mostly because of champions.
The worth of the club always goes up. If you want to check it out, go check it out. Even when we weren't winning anything, Arsenal's net worth was going up.
They love it because it's nothing but goes up.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, don't confuse the two. Separate that because Arsenal will grow. They're real estate. Real estate always goes up, done and dusted. But when it comes to our commercial aspect, when it comes to our squad, explain to me now, all right? Just let's break it down. Look at the squad that you have. Who there is marketable beside Bukayo Saka? Who's the star? Usually you want 2 or 3 players where you can actually push, right?
That is a but.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? So
the kids don't latch on to the defenders.
Or the goalkeeper, right? So you look at that and you think, well, this is pathetic. But then you look at the other aspect where you go, okay, there hasn't been any sort of triumph. So when I go to Emirates, when I go to Adidas and I try to push for more money, they're going to say, wait a minute. So why are we paying you more money? Oh, because we're Arsenal Football Club. But where's the success to back it? If I win something here and now, I can say, wait a minute. Well, Arsenal Football Club, we're just on the Premier League. This is going to cost you a little bit more now if you want to be on our shirt. Why? Because we're banging to do that again and again and again. And now the problem you have here is that the sponsors say, well, look, maybe we're going to have to pay a little bit more. So that drives a bit more money. But the problem is we haven't done that. We ain't doing that.
You're right, Ozzy. Like yesterday when Gabriel's bugging Holland, and Holland just gives him the goal in Premier League patch.
And he can, can't he? The reason why he can is because he's been there and done that. Our guys are getting really close. This is what's bad. We're getting very close to doing something special. But when you're missing 2 players, you're missing 2 players, obviously.
You might be right about. Sorry, Steve. Another thing you might be right about, like to get remember how many talks and Arteta meetings with Kroenkes were going on when we were going to sign Rice and everyone wanted it so bad? We don't know what kind of, hey, if we do this means this, and this, and X and that.
Well, the Rice deal, the Rice deal was a big deal, but at the end of the day, we're a big club. We bring in a fair bit of coin.
Exactly.
Right, we do bring in some money. I would love to know what's happening behind closed doors, because the only thing I can think of from a business perspective is to say, literally, we've given him 800 million. He's got us this far. Are we willing to throw more money into this hole? Or do we wait, let him fall on his sword and see how he explains himself? Now, I'm not saying
see how he finishes the season and then decide. Yeah, that could be it.
I don't think he's a bad coach. I don't think he's a bad coach.
He's not a manager. Club right, though.
And that's the thing. I think the management aspect.
Steve, that's what I've always said. I've said he's not a manager. He's a good coach. He's not a manager.
He's a great coach, great player guy.
If you give Arteta another 100 million, he'll just spend he'll spend it on another 2 left backs and a goalkeeper.
And I think that's the key there. They need to pull him back and say, okay, you're a coach. You're no longer a manager. You can have your opinion on the players that are coming in, but we're bringing them in. Do you like that? No? Fuck off. You aren't Arsene Wenger. You're not Jurgen Klopp. For you to to walk around like Billy Big Boots, you've got to show me that you've done something, right? What have you done? You brought us back, but have you got any accolades? No. So you need to be humble. That word again. You need to be a little bit humble. And you need to say, okay, if I'm not going to be controlling the players that are going to come in, and I've got to say, it is what it is. Because to be honest, my say has got us this far, but hasn't got us across the line.
Yeah.
spade a spade. You need to let the guys that are specialists in recruitment do their jobs. Do their jobs. That's it.
When everyone's like, well, Liverpool did nothing summer and now.
Liverpool
They did all the heavy lifting. Klopp brought in so many great players.
Well, funnily enough,
they literally have a great backup at every spot.
Funnily enough, most of those players that you think Klopp brought in, he didn't.
No,
he didn't.
The whole team of Liverpool doing it, yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day,
yeah. Sorry, Steve. We've got all these analysts and all these kind of Moneyball people, and yet they get overruled by Arteta because he wants another left back.
And that's where it has to change, because if it doesn't, there's another 200 million, 300 million goes in the hole, and he gets his way.
Fury and Marino were Arteta guys.
Look, I'll look at Marino and I say that's the worst signing I've ever seen. Calafiori, I can see what he sees.
Yeah,
I can see it. He's a decent player.
He's only going to get better and better.
He'll get better. He's a good signing. But the Marino thing, I've got a manager who's a midfielder, who was a midfielder, who was an 8, who can't buy an 8, who can't buy a midfielder. He bought Fabio Vieira, he bought Mikel Moreno, and these two fucking players are duds. Both midfielders.
And that Norwegian we're linked to, that kid, Sverre Nypet, he'd be better than Marino right now.
What did Marino do in the Premier League when he was with Newcastle? I want to know that.
Good. He wasn't good as a youngster. I remember him.
So if you're not good as a youngster, when you're fucking athletic and you're agile,
one big header at the Euro Cup for Spain, and everyone fucking went crazy. It was a great goal, but man, he was a substitute the whole third.
James Rodriguez FC is what we are, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, go off the hype. Look. I hate to say it. It's either the Kroenke saying, you know what, behind closed doors, are we willing to spend more of the money that we should pocket that the Arsenal are making with this fool? Or do we back him again for another 200 million, because it would have been 200 million, to see what we get, and it gets us to $1 billion. And it's highly likely they said, you know what? No. It's a chance. They could have just said, you know what?
This was the plan he gave us. Let him lie with it, see how the Senate finish the season, and then we're having a big meeting about it.
He had Šeško in the summer. He had Šeško. He had him. He was there. He was agreed.
Guy's the starter, and you're not going to start. You got to be nice.
He's agreed. I can't guarantee you minutes over Kai, because I made a decision. Because I made a decision to bring Kai in, and if I put Kai on the bench, then I'll look like a fucking moron. So I don't want to fuck with my ego and my position. I'll bring you in, but from time to time. So Šeško looks at it and says, look at Leandro Trossard, look at Gabriel Martinelli. Leandro should be playing, but he's not. Gabriel Martinelli's playing. Do I want to come to Arsenal? Go get fucked.
Well, yeah, and all three of us here, we did not want Kai Havertz. We said, maybe for 50 million, because we got Chelsea by the balls here. But we're going to pay him our top salary and 65 some million. And then he's not really a left 8. We're going to have to force him to be a striker.
He's a nightmare. Chelsea fans said it. We all saw him at Chelsea. He looks.
He would play false 9 for Chelsea and miss easy chances too. Yeah.
3 years he had at Chelsea, and he couldn't find a position, and they didn't know what to do.
He's been better with us. I can give him that. A lot better. And this has rejuvenated his career.
He's a good hard worker. I give him that.
As a backup, as a different dynamic, I'll take him. From what I've seen now.
Saying to Luke, if we kept Mika Biereth, man, you can rotate those guys, play them together, sub each other off. Like, come on. Like, last January, I said, bring Mika Biereth back from loan and play the dude. Like, sub him in, get him some experience. And at the least, we'll sell him for more then. No, we sell him for pittance. And right now we could have him, and he's banging in goals everywhere he goes.
Yeah, and now we're fucked. We got Jesus. So we keep on fucking. We keep on a Jesus fucking project. Time to go, Zinchenko. I'm sorry if you're not going to play. Time to go. I don't need players on the payroll that aren't going to fucking play. Piss off. You need to be available. You need to be part of the mix. Kieran Tierney, if you're not going to use him, he has to go. You got rid of Emil Smith-Rowe. This is hilarious. You get rid of Emil Smith-Rowe.
He'll go for free. We got nothing out of that.
There's another loss. So add another 30 million to the 250 I just quoted. Anyway, so we got Emil Smith-Rowe. We get him out because we can make some money. Okay, you got no backup number 10.
Made more 2 years earlier on him.
Yeah, exactly. But we got no backup. Fucking 10 because you don't trust Wanyeri. Let's be honest, you didn't trust him. Even when Odegaard was injured, he didn't trust him, right? Mm-hmm. And you keep Kieran fucking Tierney when you got Zinchenko, Calafiori, and fucking Timber, who can all play that position, and Skelly.
And we don't sign a forward and have to play Tierney left forward as a substitute that one match.
Exactly. Instead of buying a fucking striker, make it make sense. You need a forward play. You got rid of Eddie Nketiah, no problem. You got rid of Alexander Lacazette, you got rid of Aubameyang, no problem. What do you want to prove a point that you don't need a forward, Beres, whatever? You can sit there and look at it and say,
Balogun,
are you trying to yeah, Balogun, that was great. And at the end of the day, you look at it and you think to yourself, are you trying to make a point where you don't need a striker to win the Prem? Are you fucking retarded?
You don't need any strikers at the club.
Dominic Solanke went to fucking Tottenham.
Cheeto Obi Martin scored 9 goals in under 18 and we let him go to Man United.
Dude, Dominic Solanke went to fucking Tottenham. Dominic Solanke.
It was Liverpool.
And I'm not saying he's fucking great, but I'll take Dominic Solanke.
Any day.
But that's what the club does to us, though, Steve. It gets to the end of the
We're so picky.
And we're talking about taking me and Moss were talking about taking a championship strike. We'll take anything right now.
That Ian Nacho guy was Leicester in the Prem. I think he was La Liga. He went to a championship team.
Yeah.
I mean, just take a chance on that. Like, give me a big
Manchester City. Ex-Manchester City guy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah,
look,
Arteta should know him then. He probably...
Yeah.
Exactly.
Arteta knew Sterling. He knew what he was getting there. Oh, we waited for Nico. We couldn't get Nico. Let's get fucking Raheem. Oh, my God.
Leroy Sané Arteta wanted, but yeah, he has a crazy salary.
And I think it's a good point, that I've seen other people make in terms of how comes Mikel Arteta didn't know about Cole Palmer?
Yeah.
Why didn't we sign him?
And this Jason McAtee guy now.
They got rid of Manchester City. Got rid of a hell of a lot of players, man, and fucked up.
Look how much they just spent, Stevie. Over 200 million euros this window.
You know what's
and we do nothing. And we do nothing.
They have been very smart with their spend. I'll give them that. All right,
yeah.
But at the same time,
they always get some good young
guys. They saw Omar, he was brought to my attention on
that's overpaying him on Marshmallow.
Yeah, but they don't care, bro. They don't care. They look at it and think to themselves, we want to go forward.
Marmoush, I'm not saying we'll get him.
I'm saying Marmoush doesn't look like the player that we wanted.
Last second, they got Nico Gonzalez for another 60 million euros today.
Yep, Jesus. That's right. I saw that. Marmoush was someone that was brought to my attention in one of the streams that I've done, and I looked into him.
One time, I think it was AFCON, and Salah couldn't play. And Marmoush, I was like, Jesus, this guy is everywhere. The running he does.
Fucking mate, he was doing great for Frankfurt. He was doing fucking one.
Yeah, he was killing.
Yeah, and I know we needed a striker, and yes, maybe that's not the guy you're looking for. But who the fuck are you looking for? I want to know who you're looking for.
Because multiple spots. That's what Arteta likes.
What is he looking for, Mbappe? What are you looking for? Who's your striker? Who's your number 9? Because I got a bad fucking feeling.
Steve, we're holding out for the big salary for the Iceman, Jonathan Dave.
Nah, bro. You know what? We've got. Trust me on this. We're looking for a number 9. We're not looking. We're not looking. We're not looking. We're not looking for a number 9. We're not looking for a number 9. We're not. We're not looking for a number 9.
For stupid Arteta's system.
We're not looking for a number 9.
A presser.
We're not looking for a 9. No, we're not looking for a 9. As much as everyone thinks we're looking for a 9, we're not.
Striker at the club. How do you not want striker?
We are not looking for a 9.
Producing them. We're not producing them.
We're not looking. The reason why is because if you're a manager, Moss, think of it this way, okay? All right, this is not football. This is just upper management. Yeah, you decide to hire staff. All right, and against everyone's fucking opinion, you said no. This bloke here, he's the guy I want. Right? You bring him in. He's lackluster. He's horrible. He's 50-50.
That's why you might be right about owners are like, hey, you said we had to get this guy.
But at the same time, are you gonna be looking for a replacement for him under your tenure, even though you just spent big money and give him that big salary? You wouldn't. You'd be like, no, he's wonderful.
Then you're telling Kroenke you were wrong. Exactly. So you look incompetent. So this is where I look at it and I think to myself, we're not looking for a 9 because Mikel is a lot of ego in the way.
Not ego. No, not ego. It's not. You know what's not ego? Because you want to make sure that you don't look like an idiot, so you don't get fired. You don't want to be fired.
Yeah.
70 or 60 million for a player.
That's a little different than ego.
You sit there and go, if I've spent 60 million on a player that nobody wanted, and then I can say, yeah, I fucked up. It's like, are you mad?
You're wasting our money here. What are you doing? You made us do this. You made us do this.
That's almost 100 million US.
And he's the most salary on our team by far.
Yep. And
That's
we'll never get that
Kroenke's
money
look
back.
at. That's what Kroenke's look at, the salary.
And they also look at how they can move the player on and how much they'll get back.
Yeah.
Right. So this is where it all comes down to. So I think, look,
And we're not
if it ends up right now that the Kroenkes don't want to back Mikel because they think 800 is 800 too much and he needs to make it happen, or we're going to do something, fair enough. How they want to restructure.
It's three. It's three options, or you're done. We go.
Or you're done. Because to get rid of someone now so close, you wouldn't. But at the same time, if it's Mikel is now fucking going to be a coach, and guess what? We're going to get a fucking director of fucking football, sporting director, and now we're going to just fucking bring players in based on stats and not, I want Mikel Moreno and I want fucking Kai Havertz and I want FC25 shit.
You got to listen to them.
Because the style of football we play, I don't have anything against it.
Is there anyone you'd like? I don't mind Rosicky. He could be good.
What in what position?
Or the Real Sociedad, for sporting technical director. Who you got? Anybody on?
Oh man, I've got no one on my radar.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know one because I just can't. I don't know what the fuck this club will do. If they're going to go for a yes man, or they're just going to go for someone to, you know what I mean, or they're going to look for someone who's going to ruffle the feathers.
Is it got to be Arteta's approval or what?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think it will be because at the end of the day, Mikel's got us this far, and maybe some of his recruitment.
You might be right, Steve, on that too, because maybe that's why we haven't replaced, got one, because they're like, okay, Arteta, sit in your bed, and then let's decide after this season whether you're staying or not.
Yeah. He needs to be in a position where he has to understand that when that sporting director comes in and those fucking scouts say that these are the players that we should be moving on, right? You might have your say. You could have a profile of player that you want, a profile. Yeah. And they can say, okay, these are the profiles. This is your 1, 2, 3, 4 targets.
Or, hey, you know this guy, or you're friends with this guy's coach, whatever. But yeah, you're right.
But you can't be, I want my number one, and if I don't get my number one, I want no one.
And that's what's been happening. Sesko, he's at
Nico Williams. Whole window
Rice
for Nico.
The only one where you kind of followed through on.
Yeah, but that was what we all know. That started in January.
That's a lot of money.
It was, but you know what? At the end of the day, look, proof is in the pudding. He hasn't done too bad at Arsenal.
He had after that broken toe, he was having some bad outings, but man, he was excellent yesterday. A lot of people giving a lot of other man of the matches, but Rice, he was picking off passes, him and Party, causing those turnovers, running his ass off. He was great.
Easy day in the park against City.
An easy 5-1.
Yeah, fucking nice. But look, let's just hope and pray that the plan behind all this, because it's the only thing I can make sense of it. I've been thinking about it. That we've spent 800, and nobody can deny that the Kroenkes haven't spent not their money, but in actual fact, it is their money.
Yeah.
It is theirs because they're business, right? So they can spend whatever they want from their business income, and they can put it in their pockets or they can spend it. So they have spent 800 million, right? Now, don't get me wrong. They've unfortunately allowed one idiot to control it all. Now it's up to them to sit down, especially Josh, because he runs this, to sit down and say, okay, maybe I've given you a little bit too much slack. Now I'm going to pull you in, and here's your opportunity.
Here's our new sporting director and his guys.
And you either stay on as a coach and understand your role as a coach. Your role, that is it. And you have your say.
But hey, we're in charge of this now.
That's right. When it comes to recruitment and what you're bringing in, you tell us the profile, and they'll go out there and find that profile.
Yeah.
But we're not going to play this game with you.
Bobby used to tell us, we got all these data guys and analysts. And, okay then. Well, let's be smart about it all then.
Let's use that instead of, I want Kai. I want Mikel Moreno. Yeah. Are you fucking twisted? I want a pair of fucking Nikes.
Well, and you can never just focus on one because there's always shit that happens.
Precisely. You need to have 2 or 3 targets minimum.
Yeah.
You need to have the foresight to look and say, if I don't get this player, what player can I bring in?
We haven't spent diddly squat on a striker since Aubameyang and Lacazette. Like, you have to constantly. If you're not producing star strikers, you gotta bring one in.
You've just spent on Kai. Yeah. Kai is your striker. Kai is your 9.
He was supposed to be Arteta's 8. Remember?
Well, he uses him at. You know what's hilarious? he rates Moreno so much that when there's an opportunity for someone to play 8, Kai goes in there instead of Moreno. Funny that is.
Yeah, that happened a few times too. I was like, what?
And you know, and we were more fluent going forward because when Moreno gets onto the ball, he's like fucking Frankenstein.
We could play MLS there. We could play Zinni there. We could play Nwaneri there. They're all good at that spot.
But you know what it is? He's only giving opportunities to these young players now.
The guy he paid for to be there, yeah.
But he has to play these young players now because he's got no other options. He's trying to save his own ass.
Well,
the Leandro Trossard situation.
They forced their way. They're playing too good. They're forced their way in.
Well, Leandro Trossard's better than Martinelli.
I thought he would. I thought he would start Nwaneri last game and sit Trossard. Or Martinelli, but he didn't. Nwaneri comes on, scores another worldy goal.
You won't see that from Gabriel Martinelli.
Goals like that, no, he doesn't do those anymore.
No, he's gone. He's done. He's
sorry. Yeah, Martinelli's confidence hit a bit. He's been playing good though these last few weeks. Luke, what do you think on Martinelli and Tross and Nwaneri? What did you be going?
Well, I thought we should have started in Nwaneri because he's like the only player in our squad that actually can run with the ball, take a man on, and shoot.
And Saka wasn't anywhere near Nwaneri and striking, hitting the ball like Nwaneri is at this time.
Yeah, he's ahead at his age. He's ahead of Saka because Saka came into the team playing left back,
and he couldn't shoot. Remember how Saka couldn't shoot? He worked on it. He worked his ass off on it.
Yeah, but Martinelli. Well, you know my thoughts on Martinelli. I haven't been his biggest fan. I don't think he's got a very high level of football IQ. He does work his arse off. He does, but he needs. He can't. You know, Trossard is better against teams with low blocks. That's who we normally play. Low and mid blocks. Trossard is better because he has got a higher footballing IQ.
Man, he was burning some guys yesterday, making them look silly.
Yeah, he's like, and he will have a shot as well. In fairness to him, but like all with Arteta with forward players, he sucks the life out of them because of how hard they have to work off the ball.
Look how hard you're right. Like, look how Martinelli and Trossard were back on defense like so much yesterday. Help it out.
We was playing two backs
amount of running
in that first half. That's what I was saying to you. I don't like.
We're not making them sit back by having our forwards up. You're right, Luke.
Yeah, we go 1-0 up. They were there for the taking, and the way that they capitulated in that last half an hour is prove what I was saying. Right, they were there for the taking. They were giving the ball away in their own half many times.
Like a fucking Matthias at the right back. Like fucking take advantage.
Yeah, and I just think, let's be real about yesterday's game. Right, so Kai Havertz threw on goal. He decides to play it backwards. It was a poor pass, and Odegaard,
no confidence.
It wasn't a clean finish either. It was a deflected goal from Odegaard because he wasn't, thinking he's going to have a shot here, isn't he? So he wasn't expecting the pass. Partey's goal was deflected as well. Yeah, the Skelly goal was good, but again, the goalkeeper should have saved that really.
But like I'm always saying, you got to shoot. So many guys on our team don't
got to shoot. And
shoot
Skelly
to score.
Deserves credit for making that move and
getting into that space, and you see his tight turn.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's why he's a midfielder. He's not a left back.
I'm not trying to be down on the win, but I'm just saying what I saw. And that first half, and for the first sort of 10 minutes of the second half, I didn't like the way we was just playing 10 men behind the ball, basically.
Well, yeah, it was like we'd rather, for a while there was like, we'll rather MLS get forward, and we got fucking Martinelli and Trossard hiking it back like big time. It's like, well, then you got no open. But it's like we wore Man City out though too, Luke. We see, and we had a better focus the second half, I gotta say, and we went at them.
Well, the second half, I think what happened was, once we, they equalised, and then once Partey scored that second, it was
You
like
could see them, just their shoulders dropped on City.
we decided, right, we're just going to go for it now. Finally, but
that's why I said the best goal was the MLS getting that goal.
Yeah, but
on the Arsenal website, that was huge. 3-1. It killed them.
It did kill them, and that was it. The game was done then. But my point is, if I'd rather, like, it has to suit the game script and how competent of a team you're playing. Defensively, that they were all over the place, and they have been all season.
Yeah.
So
I think Arteta had a great game plan. Arteta had a great game plan. He did.
Well, in that situation, though, Moss, if you kill them early, you can then make subs, and people can have more of a rest.
Yeah, that's true. But and for a while, when we don't score that second goal because of Kai, it's like, okay, let's keep this. Let's keep it 1-0. Let's keep it 1-0. Get to the half.
He's too cautious on too many occasions.
You could see that was happening. Yeah.
I just think he doesn't. It doesn't have to be the same for every. Yeah, I'm not one of these kind of in American football, fourth and she'll go for it every time because that's what the analytics say. I'm not one of those guys. I think you've got to assess the match that you're in.
Data analytics these days is driving me nuts, Luke.
I'm not one of those.
Like, did you not play the fucking game? Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, you've got to have a feeling for the game, right? And my feelings in that first half was that we was far too cautious. Yeah,
that's what I was saying at half. I was like, yeah, Luke, get them in at half, get them on the front ball again because we can take these mofos. Because you were right. We were sitting back. Trossard and Martinelli were way back on our wing, like playing like wing backs.
I think it's all to do with the press.
Yeah.
The
press was working. Yeah, you got to keep doing it. You can't stop.
Yeah. Our guys were winning the ball on a number of occasions. I've never seen.
Odegaard's like, come on, guys, let's get up here. Let's do this.
Yeah, I've never seen a City team as poor as that defensively.
That's the best aspect of our game and Arteta's game is the press. It wins you matches so many times.
All day. And that's what. And if you look at it, that's what got us success after we started pushing up on Manchester City, and they were stuck in their own third. I mean, the first goal, what did it come from?
Rice and Odegaard pressing.
Press. And then after that, it was all press. Keep it
Party was intercepting passes everywhere. Like it too.
Yeah. Partey does that. That's Partey's job.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to bring this up, Luke. Maybe you could comment too, Steve. You know how I was always saying, well, yeah, Timber, he's so two-footed, he can play both sides, such a smart baller. Well, MLS is right there. I've said all along, MLS is like a 30-year-old veteran, it seems like. And that's what I was saying, Luke, that one time when we kept playing Party right back all the time, I'm like, you can easily just throw MLS at right back. He scores with his right foot, he passes with his right foot, he can do it all. Play him right back, and you had Calafiori, Kivior, Zinni, all could play left back. But no, we got to put Party at right back always when he's need him at defensive mid.
Yeah, he can't play right back. I remember I was there the first time we played him at right back, and he's an old man. You can't. He's basically
he actually has more offense when he plays right back. It's funny.
That it was Nottingham Forest game last season, opening game of the season. Elanga's quick. I know.
Langa's quick.
He couldn't. He was nowhere near him. He was.
You're a fullback there, Steve. What did you think about Party? Party always going right back.
Well, Partey can't play right back because to be a number 2, you need to have pace.
Yeah.
You need to have pace.
Like he's physical and he can run all day, but you're right. He doesn't have that little quickness, No,
he hasn't. The thing is, as a number 2, you need to be able to react and then start. In the first 3 steps of your run, you need to be at nearly getting close to full speed. Partey, by the time
Timber has that, yeah.
That's right. Well, a number 2 will have that because usually most number 2s started off as a 7 or 11. So most of them wanted to be a 7 or an 11, but in the end, it was like, no, you're better off as a defender. So what they do is they've already got the speed naturally, and now they work on a defensive game. You get me?
Yeah.
So
Or
with
MLS has always been a center mid, like box to box. So I could see him going back there for us eventually.
Yeah, he's got the lungs for it.
definitely, he's young.
Skills. You see that turn on his goal? How awesome that was.
Well, once he gets into the midfield, he gets comfortable, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's
Where
really
he's
smart.
from, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, look, at the end of the day, with Partey going in at right back, it was semi-pathetic because it was like, well, what do we do now? What do we do
get away
now?
with it with shit teams, and then you think it's okay. Well, no, it's not.
You can't. Look, you band-aid from time to time.
That's why I say you could have went MLS right back. Yeah. Look, the guy can do it all.
And that's why it's like not. And that's why I say he doesn't have the confidence in those young players. But now that he's trying to save his own ass, you know, I want a starting line player. He's playing FC 25, where it's like, no, I want the high-rated 88 fucking overall player to sit in the fucking right back position and bring him down to 76.
Isaac, right. Zesco, Watkins, or nothing.
And look, honestly, Watkins, when they said they were going to go for Watkins, I said that's fucking retarded.
Well, yeah, stupid. For huge money. We tried to lowball it.
29-year-old player. How many years?
We got Ian Wright at 28. We got Oba at 29.
You want to flip a coin? Aubameyang was banging in goals.
But yeah,
Aubameyang was banging more goals than Watkins. And Ian Wright, you know what you were getting. When he came from Palace, you knew what you were getting. Watkins has been, he's been hit and miss at Villa. He's been good, but he hasn't been Ian Wright. And now what? You're telling me at 29, that's his peak? A striker's best age is 29? Come on, man.
I think we threw that at them because we know he's always wanted to play for us. So, here's your opportunity. Cause some problems over at Villa.
I don't think there's Ian Wright level strikers out there.
Oh yeah, they don't exist anymore. Barely.
Nah.
Yeah, in fairness, Ian Wright was an absolute killer. I don't think that even like Sesko. Like I think I haven't seen him a lot. Right, I've seen him. I saw him like a couple of weeks back when they were playing.
You saw him in the World Cup or Euro Cup. You saw him in the Euro Cup.
Yeah, Gyökeres was on the bench and he came on and scored. And they both look compared to what we've got, they both look good. But I don't know whether they're the answer. Like Sesko, he's got a shot on him. It's a lot. It'll be a lot of money. And I said this back in the Armory chat in the time. I said, why we were prepared to pay 55 million for a 21-year-old, and yet we had our own 21-year-olds that we wouldn't play.
So where's the money? Where's the beef? We were ready to spend all that on Sesko in the summer.
We had these players at our club, and we wouldn't play them, but yet we're going to spend 55 million on another one. I didn't understand.
We never gave B-Reth a chance. We never gave Balogun a chance.
That's what gets to me. It's like, we don't want these youth, but now all of a sudden, we look at Skelly, we look at fucking Ranieri.
80 million, 100 million player. No.
But look, that's
Wenger never did that. Wenger always found guys for good deals.
Yeah, but the thing is, we want to get 80, 100 million. Okay, fine, let's do it.
That's not a challenge. Anyone can just slap 80, 90 million down.
No. You see, you just said anyone can. We don't.
Well, yeah,
we should have done it now.
We could, but we don't. But that's, you know what I mean? That doesn't take much skill to say, oh, here, we're paying over the odds for someone.
Hey, look, sometimes you have to pay off the odds if you want quality. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
But you got to do that.
It's true, Steve, but I'm not sure that quality out there to pay that sort of money.
Nah. In the nine, it's it's slim pickings in the nine. Yeah. And you're 100%, you're not going to find players like Ian Wright. You're not going to find even Adam Smiths. You're not going to find them anymore. And
big up Uzbekistan, Kuzanov to City.
I think the way we sit at the moment, it was either band-aid this situation, not band-aid, but at least go out there and get an 11. But to me, I just think to myself, if they're trying to lowball everything, it's like Josh is trying to do damage control with fucking what Mick has done, right? So he's thinking to himself, you know what? I'll spend, but I'll spend smart. If I can get a good deal, then it won't hurt me too much with me getting the players that he's interested in. But at the same time, he's probably thinking to himself, this guy's cost me 800 million and I need to devise a plan as a fucking GM in regards to what it's going to look like when he's gone. Because at the same time, you don't want to fall into a fucking cloud just like we were with Arsene Wenger. At least Arsene Wenger had some accolades where you could
The whole
justify
club
it.
is one guy. That becomes a problem. Yeah, we've seen it.
Arteta hasn't got the accolades. So what do we do?
My point with the strikers is right. If like me, you're not convinced by Gyökeres or Osimhen or Sesko for that 80 million, why not go a little bit lower? Is the likes of Santiago Jimenez, are they worth a gamble at 30 million? Because AC Milan have just spent 30 million on him. If you're going to gamble on someone, gamble at 30 million on a Santiago Jimenez. Less money.
It's true. That depends on. That also depends on not for like this in the summer now in this season. If winter. Oh, it's winter there now. Summer here. It all depends on if Josh wanted to fucking gamble. He's probably thinking to himself, "Look, I'll spend money, but I'll spend money on a proven player, right?
Yeah,
on a decent player. But again, it has to be the profile of Mikel because he's still sitting in that position. The last thing Josh wants is Mikel to try and walk because it'll be fucking horrible.
That's what I was saying. Just get any guy on a loan or something. Don't if you're hanging your head with Josh and his dad on a big striker signing in January, yeah, you might die here. But
yeah, but
if
at the same time,
a loan guy to help us because we need a body, you'll be all right.
Yeah, but at the same time, maybe Josh is trying to prove a point.
Yeah, you keep mentioning that. I'm starting to.
Maybe he's just trying to say, okay, look where you've got us. Look where you've got us.
You got Jonathan David. I've told you this, BX.
You wanted.
He's in the top 8 Champions League like us with Lille. You think they're gonna quit on that?
But he would have sat there and said, "You wanted Nico. You got fixated with him. You got it. You couldn't get him. We got no one." Huh? Šeško was around the corner. You had him. You stuffed that up. You got Nico Moreno.
Nico hasn't been that great in La Liga. His brother's doing better.
Yeah, but he wanted him. He didn't get him. He had Šeško.
Could have did it.
Anyway, guys, I've got to do the dart.
Yeah, go enjoying that blue sky and sunshine, you bastard. I'm freezing my nuts off here.
I don't mean to show off. It's not much.
You're forcing me to go to Mexico in March instead of fucking London. We're here.
You just see the camera turn on and there's just greenery and everything everywhere. It's all right. It's all right. Guys, you have a good one, eh?
Take care, Ozzy. Thanks for coming out. I put his stuff in the channel description, people. Make sure you subscribe to Ozzy Guna. Instagram as well.
Big up.
Buddy.
Have a good one. See ya.
See you, Steve.
Awesome to have Steve come around. That's some good insight. I'm starting to think that, Luke, a bit too, where it's like, hey, this is the guys you promised us this, Rice and Kai Havertz, Marino, that we were good. So maybe you got to lie with it, Arteta, and we're waiting until the end of the season because Josh was over there and talking to him a lot, but nothing happened.
I don't have a problem with that line of thinking if that is the case.
Kroenke's thinking.
I mean, remember, he came in as a head coach. They made him manager. When he won the FA Cup, they made him manager. He was under.
There's all these little classifications or what?
Well, no, it was important because he came in as the head coach. And then they, for some reason, decided, no, he's going to be the manager.
There's Cooper in the house with our Nobodinho signings today. Nobody FC.
Yeah.
I've been telling everyone this. We couldn't have just said, okay, we'll give you 20 million for David. I mean, I would have loved it. But Lille and Jonathan David and his agent it's not even, I mean, they told Tottenham and Chelsea where to go at the end of the summer too, because he wanted this Champions League with Lille. And to be honest, his agent's smart because he'll get a massive payday this summer.
Well, yeah, Jonathan David absolutely should test the free market. That he should do.
Yeah,
that would be my advice to him.
Alfonso's not going to know. He's going to re-sign with Bayern Munich. A couple other Canadians on the move today. If anyone's a Canadian out there or listening back, it's finally Artezan Buchanan went to Villarreal in Spain after his broken leg. He needs to just get playing. And the young midfield phenom that we love, Ishmael Kone, he's not loved by De Zerbi, I guess. He's off to Rennes for France with a loan to buy.
Fair enough.
Ishmael Kone, at least he'll get playing for Rennes. They need him. Big up Cooper. Sorry, Luke, did I cut you off too?
No, not really. No, I was just saying about
And then
John.
what did Bargav? I start something Bargav said. Who won the window for the Premier League? I thought Villa did very smart to get all that money for Duran.
Yeah.
Bring in Rashford. Bring in Asensio. Who else? They got someone else too.
Yeah.
Well, Malin before.
Malin and yeah. I think they loaned. Did they get someone? Yeah, you just mentioned, didn't you? Someone from Chelsea.
I'll go to the Premier League transfers only, and I can actually show it.
Tottenham made a few signings. Yeah, West Ham got Evan Ferguson.
That was pretty smart. They needed to do that. I said even Ferguson loan with options, and
God, Brighton didn't want to do.
We're so picky. We're so snobbish as a club. Like, come on. But yeah, now that I think about it, it's like, no, they weren't just going to do some little deal or, someone that wasn't for long term because, Arteta, you got to lie with this. This was your team.
I would have. But
man, we got money. You got to try to put yourself over the edge. That's just my thinking in sports is you got to go for it when you have the chance.
Yeah. We're very vulnerable right now to any kind of injury.
Oh, yeah, that Alcaraz striker. Remember him? Was he Southampton a couple years ago? And he loaned around a bit. He went back to Brazil. Flamengo, Everton got him on a loan. Even something like that would have been easy.
Yeah.
A striker that's played in the Prem before.
There's always guys out there.
Yeah.
But we
here I can show the screen too of the latest transfers Premier League. Does that work? Share screen.
Yeah, sometimes deals get announced an hour afterwards as well, don't they?
Faxes. The NHL fax machine would always fuck up or something in the old days. Well, it's like, we didn't get that in. We didn't get that trade.
Does Gary Bettman have a computer in his office yet?
Can you see that? Transfers? Rob Holding with the Sheffield United.
Oh, did he? I can't. I'm on the mobile phone.
Felix, the AC Milan. Well, you can. I'll try to make it bigger here, too.
So you just read it out to me. It's fine.
Yeah, here, I'll go back to that page. So, yeah, some of the one. There's this young center forward, Eli Jr. Krupi. Bournemouth signed him.
Right.
Bournemouth's always done good work the last couple of years. Bournemouth signed him from who today? FC Lorient, and then loaned him back to them. Bought for just 12 million euros this young 18 center forward, a lot of people like, and then loaned him back to the team. Like, oh man, there's lots of opportunity. Chilwell went to Palace on a loan.
Yeah.
I told you about Emmanuel Dennis went Forest to Blackburn.
Okay. Yeah.
Wolves got this Marshall Munetzi from Stade Reims. Center midfield. That Irish goalie, Bazunu, went out to Standard Liège from Southampton. Where is there any more Villa ones? Asensio. Evan Ferguson was loaned. Our Aiden Heaven to Man United. So what kind of compensation do you know we might get for
1.5?
Oh yeah, Tottenham got that Kevin Danso, that big center back on Lens. Man, he's got the massive legs. I've seen this guy.
We got 1.5 million for Aiden Heaven.
1.5 mil for.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
It's more than what we would have got if we taken it to a tribunal. So
yeah.
Villa
sent to Leipzig, Nedjelkovic, that right back. What else, Villa? Brighton got a Stefanos Zimas from Nuremberg. 25 million euros, a forward, a 19-year-old forward Brighton brought in. See, they have a plan. Oh, we'll loan out Ferguson. We already got
Yeah.
other guy ready.
Yeah, Brighton seems to.
Pretty smart. Pretty smart.
They would
Brighton
be
and
guys.
Bournemouth and Brentford have been pretty smart with their dealings. Well done. Durant, 77 million. Is that euros or pounds?
I think it's probably euros on transfer market. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it. Almiron's going back to Atlanta United from Newcastle.
Mhm.
Any
Yeah.
other Villa ones? Oh, Harry Clark. Wasn't he a gooner at one time? Went Ipswich to Sheffield United. Loan. Buendia went to Leverkusen from Villa. Mario. Cassidy, that young midfielder I liked, helped Leicester get up last year. Went from Chelsea to Torino. And it's a buy, not a loan. Wow. Man United got that Patrick Dorgu. 30 million euros. Rashford to Villa. So, yeah, this Stefanos Centerford, 19-year-old from Nuremberg, also Brighton bought him and then loaned him back because they don't really need him. God, some of these teams, smart work. That's what we used to have with Wenger. Smart business.
Yeah.
In CISO, I would have. Fuck. Ipswich get him on loan. You don't think we could have outbid Ipswich on a loan? Come on. Fuck. Yeah, there's something going on we don't know. I think Aussies might be on it a little bit there. There's something that's fishy in Denmark here.
So essentially, though, it's another lost season. It's another season where it looks like we're not going to win anything. Yeah, that'd be 21 years without a league title, 5 years under this manager.
Fuck. We better make some hay in Champions League and make more money. It doesn't seem we like to spend unless we're fucking way up in profits.
So yeah, it's
Ottawa, Nashville's on. It's the only game here Monday night NHL.
well, we might as well talk
I
a bit
hope we get
before we leave. Might as well talk a little bit about Newcastle on Wednesday. Like,
yeah, the one thing I had on there is like people in the chat, you and me, Luke. What do you think of? That's what I said. How do we think the top 5 will actually play out this year? Now, I know we did stuff at the start of the year, all our picks, but after the window now is closed,
well, who
do we think? And is there a 5th spot, Luke? Do you know?
Well,
or we don't know yet how the Champions League and Europa play out, is it?
Well, yeah, depend on how all our clubs do. All the English clubs,
there could be a 5th spot though. It could be like
we won't know.
United, Tottenham are doing good in Europa.
Yeah.
Us and City and Liverpool are all and Villa all in the Champions League.
I always do. My predictions come in free, so I make a prediction before a ball's been kicked.
Yeah. Then after the summer window, yeah.
Another prediction, I'll update that if based on all the transfers, and then my final prediction, I wait until after the January window.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go. I'll probably tomorrow. I'll go through.
Yeah, maybe we could set up one. Maybe if we do the Wednesday game, we could do how we think the Premier League will play out at the end of it or something.
Yeah, I could jump on after that if you want, and we can go. I'll go through my.
At the end,
I'll look at all the teams. I'll look at the teams, I just look. I go game by game for the rest of the season, and
I think it'll be close. But Liverpool's going to nip us. They got that home Anfield game May 10th. My Liverpool buddies over here want to go over to it. I don't know if Molina or anyone could get us. It's super hard to get Arsenal away tickets. I always hear so.
Yeah.
I should go with my buddy and go disguise as don't put any Arsenal stuff on and just go in the Liverpool section.
Well, if you could afford hospitality, you could do that, I suppose.
Do that too. But yeah, I don't know. My top 5, I kind of think Liverpool will nip us. We'll be second. I think City's going to power forward with all these signings and get third. Chelsea 4th. I have trouble with the 5th. What are yours? You go and I'll decide about my 5th.
Yeah, I'll have a look. I mean, at the minute, Forest
Just off the cuff, though,
look
yeah.
pretty good at the minute.
Forest
obviously-
5th. Yeah, I could do Forest 5th then. But yeah, I keep doubting them and they keep holding on and fucking 1-7-0.
Yeah, that
I think City with these infused of all these signings, I think that'll lift them into getting 3rd.
you'd think they start. The only thing with City though is how poor they are defensively
Yeah.
at the minute. I don't. I know Ruben Diaz wasn't playing.
Diaz might be back.
Sunday.
He's kind of the key, you feel, when he was gone. Jones Stones was out, though, and he came back. And, man, I was telling you, the first 4 goals were all on John Stones.
Yeah, so he hockey style, he got a -4.
he was involved in all of those. And one party's goal went off of him. Holy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chelsea's playing decent ball, but I said 4th for them, didn't I? Yeah, them and Forest will be battling for 4th, I say.
I mean, you'd think Chelsea would have
Newcastle will be in the mix. Yeah. I don't think Villa can. I think Villa will be so focused on FA Cup and Champions League, they're going to have a tough time in the Prem standings.
So yeah, we'll maybe talk more about. I was just thinking about. I was just saying, like, have a little word about Newcastle on Wednesday in terms of what would be your strategy.
Yeah, I'd be pressing like hell. I'd go after them because they've been vulnerable at home. They've had some terrible results at home, which is unlike Newcastle. Even when they're not that good, they're always good at home. And they've been vulnerable at home. So I would really put the test to them early, like you kind of always want to, and go after them,
They'll be nervous.
You get a red card, you get a penalty, something early, all of a sudden it's like everyone gets nervous, Then you got a chance.
Just think about it.
But if you get an early goal, you got to get that early goal.
If you get the early goal. If you think about it from their fans' point of view, they haven't won a trophy for a long time. There's generations
this is huge
of Newcastle
for them.
fans.
This is huge for them. Massive.
And I know they did get to a League Cup final a couple of years back when they lost to Ten Hag's United, but it's still they haven't won anything for a long time. They've lost a few games at home. If we can get an early goal, they will be nervous.
Yeah. Shut that crowd up a bit. Don't let them score, but get an early one for us.
Yeah. So that is...
you get a penalty and you get some cards happening. Fucking Bruno Guimaraes. I was looking at stats the other day a bit, Lou. This guy has been fouled. The second most fouled players, like 40-some behind him. This guy he just fucking cons the refs constantly, Bruno Guimaraes. He's such a dirtbag. And you watch when he plays, Luke, he'll be running and get the ball and he'll stop right before the guy gets there. So he gets bumped and then he just flies.
Yeah.
Every time. The refs call it every time.
Yeah. I mean, look, we get criticized for, so-called dark arts, but we only kind of do that on set pieces and stuff.
We were dangerous again on set pieces.
I mean, Bernardo Silva kicked Trossard.
And then he threw Trossard before Odegaard got that yellow for barely touching the guy. Right before that, Bernardo Silva just throws Trossard to the side and nothing. Yeah. I swear, Silva gets away with murder all the time.
It's another one. Our guys don't get away with anything. We know this.
Odegaard's like, what the hell? Didn't you just see that?
And then you get the likes of Gary Neville talking about how we're doing this.
He gets a yellow for complaining.
It's complete and utter nonsense. We don't get away with anything.
Yeah, we get no breaks.
We don't get any calls, really. So
the other team, we forced them into giving us breaks and making mistakes. We force teams into mistakes.
MLS is Jose is right there. MLS does have that sort of, like you said, he's like a veteran, 30-year-old.
Yeah, he's very smart. Very
knows the
good
game.
touch. So then that's the key for a young player. If you have a super good touch, both feet, it gives you time to be smart. And he has a super good touch. Like, he controls that ball so quick, like timber.
High football IQ as well, Miles Lewis-Skelly.
But it makes you have a good football IQ. If you have an awesome touch, like Zinchenko does, like MLS does. It makes you look smart because you always have time. You always know what you're doing, where you're turning. He got that ball on his goal. He got that pass from Rice, I think it was, or something. Maybe Gabriel. I can't remember. It was from the left side there. And he instantly turned into the box, and Silva couldn't get him, couldn't even grab him.
Yeah.
He finished it. It was brilliant. It was like an offensive midfielder does.
He just knows. He knows where the space is. He knows at both sides of the ball, doesn't he? He knows defense.
Me and Mel and Charlie went and saw him at that Borehamwood. One year he got the goal. We were playing Tottenham, who were the best youth team.
Yeah.
We tied them, and but MLS was the one. I told you guys, MLS was the one that opened my eyes. I was like, this guy's super smart defensive mid. He's everywhere. Organizing, like, unbelievable good.
Yeah.
Was that under 21s or under 18s? I think it was under 18. Under 18. Yeah.
I don't know. He was there. I
don't
know.
remember. Oh, no, it was under 21 because Real Walters was playing.
Right, okay.
And yeah, we beat Tottenham, or we tied Tottenham's under 21s, but like our best players were 16 and 17 years old on the under 21s. Wanyeri and MLS. So yeah, we've known for a couple of years these kids are ready for the senior team.
And look at the difference, like when Neri comes on to the way that
direct
Martinelli
and
plays.
Creative and turning guys and shooting any chance he gets.
Yeah, and he's looking. He's
just what I love.
Like Saka. Yeah, Saka's like that as well. He's always looking to be progressive and try to get the ball in, or
agree.
Jose. And if he can't, if there's nothing on, he keeps hold of the ball. He passes it on, and we go again. All this nonsense we had from fans about he's too young.
We're obviously not serious, Luke, about winning fucking the Premier League. So I kind of agree with Jose. We got to be 100% in on this Champions League, and on Wednesday too. I mean, give ourselves a chance. Go in hard early, just like we did against City. You know, if we play as good as we did on City and that motivated, we got a good chance at Newcastle.
Yeah, we have to. We've got.
You score that goal, you take it to halftime 1-0. Just like George Graham always said about that. He said we were going to win 3-0 at Anfield, and we had to win 2-0.
Yeah,
it's like, and then at halftime, it's like, okay, we got them right where we got them. They're nervous. We score one, then they're deflated.
Well, George Graham wanted it 0-0 at halftime.
Yeah, he goes, "This is perfect."
Yeah.
He came in and said, and everyone's like, "What? This is perfect. We're gonna get him."
Yeah, I mean, it was a different. Obviously, we're going into this game 2-0.
You didn't have a whole bunch of subs. You didn't have a huge squad.
Yeah, and it was difficult. Yeah, for that game. But in the same way, it was difficult for Liverpool that day how to approach it. It's difficult for Newcastle.
Yeah, it's hard to say, "Oh, we can just lose 1-0."
Because they've got.
And that's what Newcastle's dealing with. You're right. We could lose 1-0. You start getting that into your head, then you lose.
Yeah, and they've got an FA Cup game on the weekend. We don't play for 10 days, so we can just go
we're going
all
to Dubai after. You know how happy our players are going to be about we're going to Dubai after this game? They're going to fucking give it everything that first half. Well, I hope so.
Yeah, that's why I think we need to.
We can get 1-0 early. Get even to half 1-0. Man, they're nervous. They're nervous. Absolutely. And we're pumped. You've shifted the table.
Yeah, definitely. So
what would your lineup? Just go exact same lineup again? Maybe go Wanyeri? Yeah, it's been his League Cup. You got to start Wanyeri. That should be the only change.
Yeah, Wanyeri for
Trossard or Martinelli. Pick him.
Yeah. Trossard or Martinelli.
Because either of them can play left, so Wanyeri on the right.
Yeah.
I'd probably drop Martinelli. I'd probably play Trossard.
Yeah, but Tross has been such a good super sub. But yeah, either of them would be a good sub. So yeah, I agree with you. Play the same lineup. Yeah, we want to get Wanyeri too. This has been his League Cup. This was Arteta's plan. Play the League Cup. So you should play him.
That's I mean, we don't have any other choices, do we? Really? That's it.
Yeah, I'd keep Marino on the bench. Fuck him.
Yeah,
Party and Rice were great yesterday. They were great.
They were. Yeah, Party was brilliant.
The first half, we were like I was saying there during the match when we were talking. We were starting to give too much space to like Foe to Kovac. Like that's what you're saying, and our wings were coming way back, and it's like, man, we're giving the midfield too much time. Eventually, it'll burn you. So they changed it at halftime, but yeah, Rice and Party, you have to do so much running, and then it shifted. We controlled the midfield the second half, big time.
Well, it wasn't really until after Partey's goal, though. We were still playing. We started off that second half.
Yeah, for a little while there. Yeah, you're right. It was like that Party goal after they scored, and Odegaard was like, yeah, that was massive because we reacted so quickly and good, and Party picks off that pass from silly Philly Foden.
Yeah.
And that was a great play, Party. And then he goes at them, and you could hear the crowd shoot.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you shoot, man. Deflections, rebounds, handball, anything can happen. Off the post, anything.
We've said it so often. Yeah, that's what
Odegaard doesn't shoot enough. Like, or he shoots, but they're always blocked because he doesn't do it quick enough.
He doesn't always strike the ball with kind of.
Yeah, he's got to work on that. And the right, you got to at least have some sort of right foot shot.
He can do it at times. Sometimes he really.
I've seen him volley with his right foot, but you don't see him just, hey, I'm gonna blast this with my right.
I don't know. It's just like he's a bit like Havertz is the same. Like sometimes, like Mitch Marner will. I've seen Mitch Marner in hockey have an open goal and still pass it.
Yeah, he wants to. Kai and Odegaard want to pass all the time.
Yeah. And that's like that first goal. Kai Havertz, like Henry, Ian Wright, Nicholas Anelka. Do you think they're passing that?
Yeah, he scores. Yeah, you were right. You're like, Boss called it that Odegaard was scoring. Oh, it was just all week I was hearing how he was saying, yeah, Man City, this is the real rivalry in Derby. I was just like, yeah, he's going to score.
Yes, that's the thing.
What do you mean? He's all left-footed, BX. How can you not tell? He shoots with his left nonstop.
I can't tell you what.
Right.
Yeah, no, he's all left.
How can you be
like
that
a lot
silly?
of left-footers. Do you find this as well with left-footers? They're all
they use it way too much. That's what I was telling King on our other stream there. I was like, man, when I played superstar left-footers, I just stood on their right foot. I'm like, or on their left foot. I was like, you can shoot all day with your right foot. Because, we play a lot of indoor soccer too, so you get lots of chances. Yeah. And you're one-on-one a lot. So it's like, I would just stand on these guys' right foot. I'm like, or left foot. And I'm like, you can shoot with your right. I don't care.
Yeah, give them it. Yeah.
My goalie will save it. You don't got good enough shot. But I'm not giving you a left foot shot no matter what. And they always let Salah shoot with his left and Palmer and now Wanyeri, they can't stop it.
That's the thing that Saka's worked on that right foot. He can actually strike.
Yeah, he's worked on all of his shooting aspects. Yeah,
but I do think as well, like as you were saying, and Wanyeri is much more advanced in his kind of
where he is right now is way ahead of Saka's offensively.
He's ahead of Saka.
Saka could run all day and play good D. That's why we played him at wing back, and England did too. But Saka at this point, I remember I was so frustrated. I was like, this guy can't fucking shoot when he first was playing with us.
Yeah. So Wanyeri, and in fairness to you, you were saying this a while back that you wanted to see him on that right rather than in midfield. Like
not midfield. Anyway. It's too much for him, really. Let him be just direct and do what he's good at, take guys on. And he's our Saka replacement, better than anyone.
Mm.
His shot is better than anything we have.
And some of those crosses he puts in are just delightful, aren't they? They're just on the money.
Yeah, he's a worldie, man. I'm not scared to say it.
That's the thing. Like you Jimenez, like he's might not be the best in build up and that, but if you've got Waneri on the wing and Saka on.
Yeah, you got our players with this kind of striker. He'll score.
Yeah, all you need is just a competent striker who doesn't
guy
close his eyes.
Has the confidence finishing in multiple ways. In multiple ways, Kai can't even score the tap-ins and the easy headers.
I've never seen a striker, Moss, close their eyes 2 yards out trying to head a ball.
Oh, yeah. We were saying Dora the Explorer would at least keep her eyes open on a header.
Yeah, so he's annoying though. We're gonna because he does. Yeah, he frustrates me.
How can you be a footballer, a professional footballer, and not be able to finish? And then, like he said, he doesn't have the confidence. He's looking to pass that to Odegaard, and even the other one where he missed, he wanted to pass.
Yeah,
you could tell
he was hesitating, wasn't he?
Yeah. And then I showed you the picture of how much open both sides of the goal were when he first got it.
It's painful to watch.
It's like, how do you not do that? But man, we saw him in the skills competition in America. He couldn't do lots of shit.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah,
he was terrible at that. God, fuck! I can see why Scotland wanted Moss to be a striker. No one can fucking shoot anymore.
Doesn't seem like it.
But then you got Waneri, he's the best fucking shooter we got. We'll start him, man.
Yes, yeah. Surely he has to start.
Sign these guys up long term. Sign our own guys up long term. I don't fucking want sign other dudes up for these Chelsea terms. Sign our own guys up for long term.
Yeah, excuse me.
We know what we got.
Why not? Yeah, like as well. Like Gabriel. Apparently, I did read the other day that Gabriel
we're trying to extend him again. Yeah.
How old is Gabriel now?
He was what 26. He must be
26, 27.
I can quickly look. There'll be all these options when I say Gabriel.
I'd give him.
Yeah, he's been a monster. He has been awesome lately. Like he was the one stopping Haaland. Like Saliba let Haaland score that goal, and you can see Saliba's good at marking him up in the midfield. But when it's on defense, it's always Gabriel, and he's bodying him up. And Haaland don't like that. He don't like being touched.
No.
Gabriel knows how to stop those fuckers like that.
He's still
he's 27. He's 27. Yeah.
Right. He's 27 now.
They value him at 75 million euros. So we lock it in longer. He's worth even more.
I'd offer him $250 a week for 7 years.
Yeah, lock it in. Because then if someone tries to come get him, it's like 150 mil.
Yeah.
You're right in saying that because you got him locked up. He's in his prime.
He'll be 34 by the contract ends. He's for centre half.
So yeah, I'm saying throughout that contract, we can say 100 mil, 150 mil.
If he wants it, if he's happy enough, I would offer him, $250 a week for 7 years, and make him vice captain or something.
Make him happy. Yeah, make him happy. He deserves it. And then I'd lock up these youngsters for a long time.
Yeah. Well,
Gabriel's our emotional captain.
Lewis Skelly's 18, so he can sign a long deal now.
Odegaard's our field general. Rice is our engine. Gabriel's our emotional captain, I call him.
Yeah. He's
got the fight in him. And his English is a lot better. He could be captain. I wonder what he was saying to Haaland. That was fucking awesome.
This is the
That's what I said at the end of the game. I would have been all nice about it. I would have grabbed the ball and come give it to Holland, and when he come to get it, put it right in his fucking face.
This is like Gary Neville being a little bitch that
Yeah, they're calling us out for being like MLS doing that thing.
He was saying
Fuck,
about
what do you think they do to us? They came after our coach. He's trying to fight a 17-year-old.
It's
like,
disrespectful, apparently. I didn't hear any of this shit from Gary Neville.
Holland was way more disrespectful. That's 100%.
I didn't hear it. Moss, I don't know if you've seen, like, this is what he said on his podcast, by the way. He was talking about how it was disrespectful
Neville like to play.
From Gabriel for like basically shouting in his face when we went 1-0 up.
Who doesn't do that? Who doesn't do that? That happens every game.
I remember, and I'm sure
he would have applauded if it was fucking Donkey Maguire. He's the biggest two-faced pundit ever. He talks both sides of every situation.
You remember this as well, Moss. Do you remember when United? It was a United-Liverpool game at Old Trafford. United scored, and he ran down the length of the pitch to go to the Liverpool fans.
Yeah, and he's the biggest everyone's always, he's in one of the best right backs Premier League in England. I'm like, that's horseshit. No one ever fucking won because of Gary Neville. He had a million superstars around him. Look at the center backs, man, you had. Look at the teams England had. Gerrard, Lampard, Beckham by him. Like, he had superstars about it. He was a shit player. So was Phil Neville. Give me a break.
So, but apparently it's disrespectful.
Manager. Phil Neville's terrible manager. Fuck off.
It's pretty. Apparently it's disrespectful when Arsenal players do it. This guy, he said fuck all about what Haaland did.
No one ever says anything about City guys. They can do whatever the hell they want. That last game we ever lost at Emirates. Remember, City fucking jobbed us there. Bernardo Silva fucking faking that penalty.
Yeah.
No one ever rips the City guys for the shit dark arts they do constantly.
No, it's always Arsenal dark arts, but no one else does dark arts apparently, according to these people. We don't do dark.
We were the least dark arts ever. We were the least dark arts club ever as Vega. Holy.
Yeah, no, we didn't do any.
We're way too nice.
And
fucking guys are breaking our players' legs, and we're fucking nicey nice.
The Premier League needs rivalries like this whole Liverpool City where they're basically sucking each other's cocks.
You should have seen BX. You maybe saw it, Luke. Oh, sorry, cutting you off, Luke. You might not have saw it, Luke. Oh, Nashville just scored hockey. After the game on the Premier League World. Oh yeah, I was sending you video of it, Luke. Tony Adams was on, and you could just see he was so fired up. He's like moving constantly. It's like he just wanted to be out there. Tony Adams, It was hilarious. He was talking shit. He was mad at Saliba for Holland scoring, but he was like, Gabriel was fucking brilliant. Like,
yeah.
And he's like, you should have gave it to fucking Holland even more.
We need rivalries. We need a bit of needle. Yeah, the City-Liverpool rivalry was pathetic.
Oh, and Tottenham's on a rival. Give me a break.
You know,
they've never been our level.
None of this nicey, pally, mutual respect bollocks. I don't want any of that shit. I want them squaring up to each other.
You don't see hockey players being pally. Like Canadians are all super nice, and all these hockey players, and they always, shake hands at the end of a series. But you don't see them being pally all right before the game. No, you're fucking talking shit, is what you're doing. You're skating around, warming up, and they're fucking, hey, when do you want to fight? Or
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Bargav brought that up. I said that earlier too. I was like, if anything, if Kai went down, I'd almost put Wanyeri as the striker. He's the best finisher we have. 17 fucking year old, and he's our best finisher. Like, what the hell?
Sorry, do you guys think Arsenal management knows how much it means to the fans? Well, What the management? What we're talking about here?
What do you mean management? Do you mean owners or fake
Because if it's the owners,
technical
no,
director
they don't
Aiko?
know
I
the
don't
fucking
think
clue. They're never here.
we
Are
got
they?
fucking guys that Kroenke's put in place that are lawyers. They're not fucking football guys. I don't know what you mean by management, or do you mean Arteta?
I think Arteta knows what it means, but he's
But
just.
this is what, Arteta's a player. He knows what it fucking means. False nine a la Messi. Yeah, I'm saying if Kai gets hurt, I'm putting Wanyeri there. Fuck Sterling. Fuck Trossard. We need them forwards. Wanyeri would be my guy. And then you just tell a kid, just keep moving, keep running. We'll get you the ball. We'll find some openings, and you just shoot, man.
Yeah.
Burn guys. Take them on, take them on, take them on. And that's what they're training them in practice. You can see. Take guys on, take guys on. They fear you now. They see what you can do.
Right. Anyway, so I'm going to have to get myself.
So when we got League Cup, when's the first? Oh, no, yeah, we got a break in Champions League. That's why we can go on this little holiday, maybe.
We don't play Champions League till March now, so.
Did Mal or anyone say it's set in stone that we're going to go to Dubai?
Yeah, we are going.
We're going for sure. Oh, man, that's what I'm saying. The players are going to be pumped on that Wednesday. Give it all they got.
I'm going to shoot off, get myself to bed.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch some hockey. Nashville's up 1-0. Not the greatest game. But, yeah, I didn't even eat all day. Busy at work. I was trying to listen to transfers, anything. Anything. But, fuck. Whirlwind of a day a bit. Freaking cold out. Having 8. I still believe in Kai. Yeah, he's on track for 20. He's got, 15 goals? All comps now? 16? 15? 16? Mel is live? What the hell?
Well, go and watch Mel,
I'll
everyone.
go check that out. Yeah, I'll get some neat.
Yeah.
Check out Mel. Maybe I'll go on there. But yeah, Bargav, some good ideas, some good questions. I started that one of yours, Bargav. We're kind of trying to talk about that. We kind of thought Villa maybe did the best. Fucking hell. Anyone else? Glaring, obvious? Well, I guess Tottenham did pretty good to get, they're so hurt and stuff. No one talks about Bournemouth missing like 9 players, and they're able to deal with it.
Yeah.
We get injuries, Tottenham gets injuries, and it's like massive. But Bournemouth, no one says a peep. That's good planning, Bournemouth. Yeah, take care, Luke. We were on Luke's All Sports and Arsenal channel too, I think. King couldn't make it. Late night Sweden. We had Aussie Steve on for a while. Melina only with Dan Gooner Dan lately. Luca. I'll see if she's live and head over there. Thanks for anyone that participated, of course, and all that awesomeness. We'll be back. I might do the Wednesday League Cup and then have a chat after and keep going and give our maybe predictions for the rest of the league, how it'll end up, top 5 or 6 kind of thing. Peace out, BX, Jose, Bargav. We'll be back maybe Wednesday. If not, maybe some hockey Tuesday or Thursday. We'll see. Cheerio.